Look at the cheese, my friends. Oysters on a half shell, char grilled. Happy 4th of July. When I was down in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, it was the first time I ever had a char-grilled oysters. I was down there with my friends at the shed. And so they were grilling up some oysters. And I busted out some Black and Bloody Mary and some butter dust, and we seasoned them up, and they were some of the best oysters I ever had in my life. So I'm super excited today to share these oysters with you guys. So I got us 15 Blue Point oysters here. What we're gonna do first is we gotta shuck them. So some of these stores you can buy them and they'll shuck them for you, but I figured, hey, we're making a video, let's get the shucking ourselves. So let's start out on our process of shucking these oysters. Look at that one, that one's like a perfect little oyster there. So you go in here with your shucker. I'm not a professional at this, so don't judge me. We're gonna go in right here, our little soft point, force it in there and just give it a little twist. There we go, just like that. And then we separate the top, just like so, and peel back the top. What you wanna do is make sure you keep the juice in there. You don't wanna lose all the juice. So here we go. Get that scraped off, we don't wanna lose that. There we go, perfect. Set that to the side, and there's our oyster. Look at that. Looks good to me. Have you ever been to an oyster bar where these guys just like fly through these things? Gosh. There we go. That one looks great. Oh, and don't forget, you want to go in here and scoop it from the bottom, so you want to make sure it's detached. So when you go to eat it, it doesn't stay attached. So we're going to make sure we detach this one as well. We didn't do that here. There we go. So we're good. Ready to rock and roll? It's definitely kind of a workout. So what I would say is if they'll shuck them for you, let them shuck the oysters for you. And then just get your shucked oysters and take them home and make the oysters. But let's continue. You know what? While we're doing this is a good time, because these only take a few minutes to cook. This is a good time to go fire up your grill and get your butter mix melted. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna grab us 1 stick of Kerrygold unsalted butter. We're gonna add this to our little pot, just like so. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of some garlic. Why is it called garlic? Because it's garlic out of the jar. So we're gonna add that in. And then we're gonna go on and add some of our cheese needs. Parmesan cheese mixed with Italian herbs and spices and a little bit of that Dano's flavor that you love. So we're gonna add a little bit in here like that. And then we're gonna use a bunch more of this when we go to build these things. So let's go over here, fire up our grill. We wanna get it nice and hot, and we wanna get this melted. We're gonna turn our burners set to high. Wanna get them nice and hot. First thing, we're gonna melt our butter. I'd say we're about 10 minutes in. Taking about a minute of oyster. I guess what I'm saying is I'm not putting in my application for oyster shucking. Oh, that is a juicy one. We got one left. Now we got a little experience. Let's see how quick we can do it. This might be where the injury happens. Oh, we're in there. Move it up. Move it sideways. Look at that. Peel it back. Bam. Get rid of that. Get in there. Separate it. There's the oyster. You're welcome. All right, that probably took every bit of 20 minutes. Now let's go get our butter. I hope it's not burning. Nope, it looks perfect. We're gonna shut this. Remember, that's on high. We're getting it nice and hot. Look, our butter is perfectly melted. That's what we want. Now let's go build these things. This is the part where I said when we were at the shed down there in Mississippi, when we were char grilling oysters, I busted out the butter dust and the Black and Bloody Mary, and this is what we did. So first thing, we go in with a little butter dust. It's dehydrated butter, as you can see. Then they had this awesome butter just sitting on the grill with a bunch of garlic. So we're gonna take our flavored butter, we're gonna pour some of that in. So we kind of use our little thing, kind of like a spoon. Get a little bit of that in there, just like that. Going to be awesome. There we go. So we got a little bit of butter in all of them. Now we go in with a little bit of our Dano's seasoning. That's right, Parmesan cheese. Get a little sprinkle there. Now, mozzarella cheese right on top. This is what's going to give us that gooey, cheesy, bubbly, boily finish. Cheese right on top. All right, look at that. Now it's almost time to hit the grill, but it's time for the finishing step. And this is the one that everybody goes crazy about. Our blackened Bloody Mary Dano's. There's no flavor profile like it on the market. I'm gonna pour some out in my hand so you guys can see these ingredients. You got ancho chili flakes, all kinds of different chili flakes. You got a little bit of sugar in there. You got a little bit of MSG in there. I'm telling y'all what, there is nothing like this. We're just gonna give a little sprinkle right on top of each one of these, and it's got a nice spice to it. We literally made this for going into the Bloody Mary drink and on the rim of it. And then we started playing around with putting it on shrimp and fish and chicken and steaks. And there's nothing like this spice right here, my friends. So we're just gonna top this just like that. That literally took 20 minutes to shuck, 3 minutes to build. So we're gonna let that grill get nice and hot before we throw these on. Oh gosh, all right, so we're ready. I just took an oyster bath. Remember, when you got all the oysters and all that juice on the plate, if you turn it, you're gonna get an oyster bath, and that's what just happened to me. I'm glad I wore my Crocs today. So now we're gonna take these bad boys, we're gonna set them right here on our hot spot. Try and balance them on there for the ones that are still got the juice in them. Oh no. I wonder if I could just use my hands. Yeah, that works. Now we are grilling. Look, the oyster juice, put it back on them oysters. Let it cook. All right, it's been about 2 minutes. Move them around, move them to this hot spot. I don't know what excites you guys, but I can tell you what, this excites me. Char-grilled oysters, y'all just wait. I almost forgot, I remember now. This is what you do with the butter to help get them fired up. Add that little extra butter finish on top. And that's what gets them fired up and chars them. That was totally the finishing touch that we needed. That's how you char grill them. Oh, look at that cheese. Cheesy goodness. Here we go. Wow. The garlic butter, the cheese, the blackened Bloody Mary. You would almost think you're eating an oyster pizza. That is phenomenal. Yum yum, get you some. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of this. That's what you call a fork drop. I'm out. We'll see you next time. Keep sprinkling, my friends. Be taking this with me. We got the pea crab in there. Is that what it's called? Yep, it's called pea crab. Yep. All right, you guys. So look, the little pea crab, we picked it out of there. Its actual legs are moving. Look at that. All right, you guys. Doreen has insisted that this is a sign of good luck and I must eat it. Poor little guy. He was tasty.
It's a little crunch, a little sweet. If you find one in North Carolina, whenever people open them up and they're like, ah, a pea crab, it's good luck.